Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away. ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Rail fans, you have the ultimate rail fan experience when you stay at Railside Lodging in Folkestone Funnel Crew Headquarters, just yards from the rails themselves, with 30 and 50 amp hookups with a dump station. Just sit, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of rail life. Peaks Cabin and Chessie Caboose are directly across from the train watching platform as well. Call today and book your ultimate rail fan experience.
Whistling Dixie Custom Framing, Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunch is served on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local tourist or a rail fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffee, and lattes, while we also have train designs on custom t-shirts and unique gifts. Come see us.
Hey Indian fans, United for...
Good evening and welcome to the Coach Murray Show. I'm Adam Bell for Charlton Sportsnet along with the Indians head coach Russ Murray. Coach, we had 2 games in 4 days, 3 days, 3 days, right? 4 days, 4 days. Yeah. Lanier senior night. Let's go back and talk about senior night. Man, this place was packed, great crowd, a lot of enthusiasm going into Lanier Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. It was a good night. You know, of course, we came away with the win, 31-21, and I was happy with the kids' effort. This senior class having this year, my second bunch, we're gonna miss those guys. They've contributed a lot to the program, in our whole building process, and I tell them all the time we got a bunch of puppies, and they're old dogs that have to go along with us, and they've done a great job. We've got some leadership from them, and they've done about a lot of times the best they could do, and that's all I ask them to do. They try to win that day every day, and it's tough sometimes when you look around and you got 6 or 7 sophomore and freshmen around you, but they went through it. I mean, they took us. Our win total was up, 4 games, and we only had 1 last year. So, and they really do a good job in the weight room. Pushing these kids, and there's a lot of kids getting stronger because of them. I'm gonna miss those guys, and some great leaders with that group.
Yeah, y'all did good Friday night. I brought the program with me, and I forgot to look. We recovered 7 turnovers Friday night.
We had 7 turnovers. It was a great job.
Is that a record? Is that near a record?
Now that I don't know. That's something you'd have to talk to Glenn about. But I didn't realize we had that many. But it started from the opening kickoff, and what a way to start the game. And we tried to receive the ball to start off with, and obviously they did too. And they won the toss, and we kicked off to them, and they fumbled right off the bat, and we on the kickoff, and we got the ball and scored in two plays. Heck of a way to start the game off, and
it was.
And
like you wrote the script.
and then the second half we were going to get the kick off the second half, so that was fine, and that was couldn't ask for anything better. You get the ball in both halves, and and then we turned, they turned it over several more times, and just tickled to death the way the defense rose to the occasion every time they got out there and got after them. And they kept us. I mean, we just couldn't score at the beginning of the game. We were getting down inside the red zone 10, and a couple times we missed a field goal, and we just couldn't punch it in.
Yeah.
And luckily, the defense they never faltered what they were doing, and kept getting the ball turned over, and we were able to put some points on the board then for sure.
And Sammy and I were talking about that Friday night. It seemed like there was an invisible barrier in that red zone. We moved the ball up and down the field.
Hit
that red zone.
With our offense, that and it's like that for a lot of spread type teams. Just because you're closer doesn't make it easier. It actually makes it a little bit harder because the territory squeezes up. You got 11 guys in a smaller area on the other side of the football, and as we broadened our offense and we get older and more mature about some things, we'll be able to do some more things, packages and stuff. But right now, I wouldn't say we're vanilla, but Coach Phillips has a ton of plays, and he hadn't even cracked the top of them yet, I'm sure. And we'll get some packages in to where we'll be more productive as the time goes on with that.
Yeah. Looking back, what did you think about that 3-day Friday, Tuesday? Looking back as a coach.
Well, I mean, it had to be done. It was, we thought about maybe getting together, practicing either Saturday or Sunday afternoon, but it wasn't worth it. Their bodies needed to heal. Football's a very, very physical game.
Yeah.
And, and we just kind of healed our bodies a little bit. We came Monday and did some stuff. We went back. We'd already practiced for Brooks a couple of days, back earlier in the season. So we had all that stuff ready to give to the kids again, and we went through it Monday and did some walkthroughs and things like that. But I'm telling you, that Brooks County team, we can switch on and talk about them. Those of you that were there watched on it, that team, they're for real. You might have seen the state champ. There's a good chance you probably saw the state champion. A Tuesday night, but there's other teams out there that can win it. But I believe they played the best of any team that we played so far. They're just fast from their offensive line to their DBs.
Yeah, speed all over the field.
Yeah, they reminded us of us during the glory days behind us.
There you
Now they were just flying around. Their offensive linemen were fast, and their D linemen were super quick. And we struggled. We have a few highlights, but we struggled against them. And Coach Freeman, I knew he would. The only chance we had is just to keep them, they show up and, maybe look past us or Tuesday night. But, I know Coach Freeman, he had those guys focused, ready to play. They're like a bunch of wolves.
Yeah, he's a fine head coach.
They showed up and they took care of business from the get-go. I mean, he marched it right down the field to start off with. Then we turned it over 2 times, and before you know it, it's 21-0. And it is what it is. I hope that it's tough. We make all through the season we make progress, and when you get hit in the mouth like that, it's just disheartening. And I told the guys after the game, I just hate that it happened. If I could go back and change it, I would. But we have to change it. It's something we want to be at the level of Brooks County and Irwin are,
right.
Which we were at one time. But it takes a lot of work. It just doesn't happen overnight. And we're here now under me. We've been doing this for over a year now, and we're getting into our second full year, and I think we're headed in the right direction.
I think so too. Sam and I were talking about that.
It's a lot of work, and you got to, you just got to go. I mean, I told the guys, every contender for, every champion was a contender at one time that refused to give up. That's from a Rocky movie. Rocky Balboa said that, and Sylvester Stallone came up with that. But it's a great quote, and it makes a lot of sense. If the kids just try to win that day, every day in the weight room, classroom, wherever they are, eventually, and they start acting like a champion, eventually we'll get that back here. And that's been my goal from the get-go, is to get us back in contention and get Charlton back to where we were. And it's tough with the young kids we have, but we don't make excuses. That's all over in this field house, and it's getting about time though. They're getting. We can't say they're real young next year because they'll be juniors.
Sure.
We can't
they're working
say
hard.
it, but they are working hard, and I think we'll see some more. Hopefully, we'll see, and we'll talk about this next week after the game to wrap up everything. But I think we're headed in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. Sammy, like I almost interrupted you a minute ago. Sammy and I were talking about that Friday night. In year 2, right up until Friday night, we were talking about playoffs, possibly sneaking in, backing in. You know.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
I mean,
we had our plans. We talked last time we were here. We had to win last Friday, which we did.
Yeah.
And we had to beat Atkinson here on Saturday.
Right.
And we weren't talking about Brooks because they're the number 2 team in the region. But I mean, it'd been definitely if we beat them, we'd have been in. But we had to beat those 2, and you know, Clinton County they upset Irwin. You know, and you know they did a great job. I watched it. I think it was 0-0 till 13 seconds in the game, and they scored, and then they got a pick 6 at the end and won 13-0. Great win by Coach Tyson and the Panthers, and but unfortunately them upsetting them knocked us out of the playoffs. You know, yeah, you can think of everywhere, and I looked, man, I was just so disheartened after Friday night, because when I heard that happen, I said, man, you know, we worked so hard, but we got ourselves in this position.
Yeah.
And, you know, and hopefully next year we won't have to do that. We got to know that from the start, what we got to do. And you know, I drew it up all kind of ways. Nope, it's not going to work because Turner has a tiebreaker with us. And it is what it is. And we just got to go on from there. But like I told the guys, and I even gave them a sheet, there's probably one still in the locker last week when you know, no man has ever given his best, you know, on the field. George Hallis said this, you know, the Bears guy. No man has ever given his best on the field has ever regretted it, you know. And like I told the guys, we won the game, you know, and they heard about the Clinton. I said, but do you regret giving your best to win it? Well, no. Okay, all right, we did what we could do. Yeah, the other parts out of our hands, and you know, we lost this week, and you know, we gotta pick ourselves back up. We got a big time game Saturday.
Big game Saturday night.
It's not, and it's like I always say, it's the next game. Of course, it's big, but we got a chance to finish 5-5 this year versus 4 and 6.
Correct.
You know, and that's big. You
yeah,
know,
that's a big
big,
difference.
especially coming from 1-9. You know, 5-5. Of course, isn't what I really want, but you know, our guys are getting better. I'll take it. You know, I'll take it as okay. This is, but we got to, you know, we got to get better. And I know that. I eventually want to be the 7-3s, 8-2s, and things like that. You know, maybe 10-0. You know, but right now I'm being a realist about what we had coming back. 1-9 with a bunch of sophomores. You know, I was hoping we'd be 7-3 or so. You know, but it is 6-4. But it is what it is. Best we can do now is 5-5 and finish the 5th in the region. You know. It could be a lot worse. Last year we were winless in the region, and you know, not to make any excuses about it. We're going to get better. I'm going to do my part, and I hope the kids are going to do theirs, and it is what it is. You know.
What'd you think about? Which I know you were. You were still in here, I believe. Pre-game Friday night, senior night, we had the band back out. Everything almost felt normal. You know, I mean, I think that led to the atmosphere too. You know, Dr. Larisey directed the band.
Yeah, he told me he was going to do that.
So it was fun. It was fun Friday night.
Yeah, it was good to have the. I tell you, I realized when the kids ran out and I saw the cheerleaders and the band folks running out with our kids, I was like, I messed up, because we're just supposed to let the seniors go out by themselves and senior night. But you know, I had a chance to make it right. That's why the seniors just went out by themselves Tuesday. We try to do that. It's something we started Coach Back started a long time ago, letting the seniors run out together for the last time and at the home game, and that's what we did. And it felt great to see, you know, the folks in the stands and the band on the field, and you know, and that's some good stuff there.
It's amazing what we took for granted before this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, you know, and that was one of the things I thought about Friday after the game. You know, I said, we won, but darn, we're not going to make the playoffs. I said, well, you know, but you know, I was glad we had a season. You know, and we're able to get 10 games in now. Hopefully Saturday we'll get the 10th game in, and you know, I was sick at the beginning of the year. I didn't know if I was going to even be around for football, so it was some good stuff. It's some good stuff that the Lord blessed me with, and I'm glad and I'm happy, and I'm love being around these kids, and we're gonna dust this season off and get a little bit better next year. I hope.
All right, we're going to tackle ATCO in just a minute. We're going to take a real quick break,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about the Rebels when we come back. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, we'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show.
Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943. Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills. And we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. So stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Why buy from the new Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center?
We'll treat you like good friends and neighbors should. That's the Walker Jones way.
Plus, a lot of our employees here at Walker Jones have been working 10, 20, even 30 years serving our community.
And we'll always get you the best price possible. At Walker Jones Mega Center, we have all makes and models.
Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center on Memorial Drive in Waycross and online at walkerjones.com.
The Running Bear Outpost, located in the heart of Traders Hill Campground in Folkestone, Georgia at 1388 Tracy's Ferry Road, just yards from the St. Mary's River where there's great fishing, boating, beach fun, and more. We have all of your camping needs from ice and snow cones to boiled peanuts, drinks, snacks, and so much more. Charcoal, Coleman fuel, and camping supplies. Come and join the river or camp with us under these peaceful, majestic oaks for just $20 a night, full hookup for RVs and campers, or $10 a night for tent camping. We look forward to seeing you in the Running Bear Outpost. Come out and relax a spell. Allen Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral.
Okefenokee Sports.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. Coach, we've got the Rebels Saturday night, 6:30, not Friday night.
That's right.
So everybody needs to be aware of that.
Yeah, Atkinson moved their game with us so we could comply within the GHSA regulations in 4 days, and I appreciate Coach McGowan and the athletic staff over there doing that, complying for us, and that was really nice of them, because it's their senior night, their last home game, and they moved it to a Saturday. It's got to be tough, but and like he said, he just got it. We got to help each other out, and by them moving their game, it was easier than everybody else switching around, or us switching around last Thursday, because that would involve a ton of teams.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it
everybody
worked out.
Everybody helping each other out.
Yeah, and and it's going to be a tough game for us. They're sitting at 4-5 as well, and they played from guys from Region 1A over there, and of course they played all the guys we played too, and they probably done better against them sometimes, but maybe a little bit worse at others. But they got some real good skill guys. Their number 2, I think, is his name, big old tall receiver. He, what I understand at one point, and maybe he still maybe leading Class A in receiving yards.
Really?
He's something now. They big old just throw it up there to him. He can jump high. It seems like high as a kite to get it. And they had those big old linemen like they had last year, on both sides of the ball. And it's going to be a true tough test for us, a whole full quarter game that we're going to have to play.
They always battle us hard.
Oh, yeah. We jumped out on them last year, and we just never could. We didn't stick it to them and let them get back in it, and they beat us, by a point. And I think that was one of the losses last year that really stung the most of all of them. It was the first region game, and
I've forgotten about that. Yeah, that was 1 point.
At 1 point, we lost 21-20. The thing about it is Wyatt Cruz. He started out kicking that week. The week before, and we go, okay, we're going to have us a real kicker, Tony did a great job. Tony's just an athlete, boom, he just step up, boom it. But, Coach Brooks worked with Wyatt and got him to where he could kick. I said, all I want, man, is an extra point. 20 yards, 10 feet high, that's all I want. And he was doing it pretty consistently. Then he got sick. He got bad, cold, sick, and he missed several days of practice. And then he showed up on Thursday. And he kicked well, and if I had to do it again, I would do it again. But he never kicked against live defense.
Live defense, yeah.
And I was like, and I just figured we could get in with some of those big offensive linemen we had and going for two. We got one. We didn't get another. Then we were down inside the 10 and went forward, and, boy, they just let people cross their face. And we didn't get that point. We lost by 1 point. It hurt big time. I remembered that that was the first game, a region game, and I remembered it the whole year because we didn't get one. That was so close. But this year's a different story. They're better. They're a lot better, and I think we're better as well.
Yeah, they have some high expectations over there.
Yeah, and they're playing just like we are. They're 4-5. We're 4-5, so whoever walks away is going to walk away with a 4-6 record. And like I said, a 4-6 is a whole lot different than the 5-5 record.
Is.
And it means a lot, going in trying to go to the off. Off seasons are big, and I know it's going to be huge for us this year, and we need to end on a positive note for sure. And because we got a lot of things planned, we got a lot of stuff that we've got to get better at, and it's going to be tough work. And I tell you what, it's hard to get teenage kids motivated when you end on a sour note. If you end on a big, something solid, we got something to work on, they'll be happy, bouncing in.
Right.
Winning your last game is pretty cool. We'll do it. 7 teams will do it at the end of the year with a state championship. But there's a lot of teams that walk off the field the last game of the season that win their last game that that don't make the playoffs. And I hope we're one of them. And it's. We've had that happen before too, because we missed the playoffs a couple times. Well, one time with Coach Mack, and we won the last game, and it was nice that we won the game. You still, gosh, we didn't make the playoffs, but it was a whole lot better winning that last game than losing it and having to go into an off season with a loss. And we've done that many times in the playoffs, and it's different winning your last game.
It's a little different in the playoffs, but
but you still end up with a loss.
Right.
It's you think about what could have been, but winning the last game helps, and it will help us in our off season for sure.
Yeah, and we're excited about bringing it. We're going to be over there Saturday night. The ATCO Rebels are always good to us over there. The only thing about me going over there is I can't cover the band, because they're always facing the home side. At ATCO, they have a visitor's press box. So I'm going to miss the Band of Pride.
Do they?
That's the only, yeah.
At the new place, they have a visitor press box?
Yeah, ATCO, I always set up in the visitor's press box. And our Band of Pride faces their home side. And you know how these band people are. You're one of them.
Well,
They want their band covered. I guess I'll shoot their backs during halftime.
Well, if they want it, Miss Hirsch is going to have to swing them to you, I guess.
Maybe I can get them to turn around. You think I got that kind of pull? I can get the Band of Pride to turn around?
I don't know. I'm not going to answer that because I'm not on that status.
You're going to stay out of that one, Coach?
I'm not on that status either. I can't do one day where I might be level with them. But they're we can plug them. Boy, they do a great job, and they yell and holler and hoop, and I'm so glad when they're around. My daughter's a majorette, but I'd be happy for them anyway. But I'm telling you, they do a great job. Miss Ursula does a great job with them, and Mr. Sloan, how they get behind us and yell, and I can hear hollering and hooping. And I love the way when the other team gets a penalty, they go up, they step it off, and You know,
And they know right when to hit.
Yeah, and and I want that for them too. You know, we just this whole thing. I want us to get better so they'd enjoy it. More and they have a good time anyway. But I mean, you can have a great time if you're
They're
winning.
throwing a party over there.
If you're winning, you're having a great time.
Assistant Director Dylan Sloan.
Yeah.
The most I've ever seen him move, Clinch County this year. When we were winning, I think he was more fired up than the band.
Yeah, I think he beats on the drums during the up in the stands. Somebody told me, but yeah, he has a great time. He's an alumnus of Charlton County High, and and he runs our pep rallies when we had the pep rallies over there at the high school, and he really, we had that alma mater. We sing it. He really, he means it when he sings it. I do too. But I'm gonna tell you what. Now he means it. He means that. And the school means a lot to him. And I said we're lucky to have him and Mr. Hersey here. Yeah. Great guys, mentoring our young kids that do the band. And they're fantastic. We could talk. I could talk all night about how good they are. I'm just amazed about how I went to the concert that you covered a couple of weeks ago, and oh man, there's something else.
That was a good concert, wasn't it?
Yeah, something else.
Hey, I wanted to bring up a couple of things real quick. Dr. Larcy and Athletic Director Jesse Cruz. This will be, according to Coach Cruz, he says he's retiring. We'll see about that. But
Dr. Don, we know
this might be their last game Saturday night.
Yeah, we know for sure Dr. Larcy's done. I went after practice yesterday. Went to his retirement reception he had over there, and just dropped by after practice, and he's been a good one. I think he's been here 34 and a half years or so. And as far as I know, he's been one of the best administrators ever. We've had several, and I've been here 26 years. I've had several superintendents and several principals, and he's been one of the best now, if not the best, and he does a good job.
And he's been here you've been here 25, right? So he's been here
he wasn't my principal. And I tell you what, he was my band director back in the day when he came to town. He was my band director. I think I was in the 10th or 11th grade. So I had him as a teacher, as a band director, and then we can talk about Coach Cruz forever. You can have a whole show on him. He's helped you out. He's in everything. I don't know how he goes. I hope when I'm his age, which he's not too terribly old at all, that I'm able to do all the stuff that he continuously does. But he's a good athletic director because he takes care of stuff that we don't have to worry about. People.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes we never even know about.
There's a ton of stuff that he does, and I appreciate what he does. Just like all your bosses, he's aggravating a little bit, about this, but he wants to make sure things are done right, and overall he's fair, and he, like I said, he does a ton of stuff, and he loves the Charlton County Indians. I tell you what he does, and he'll still root for us. He's got them grandkids over there in Baxley that are coming of age. He's got one that's a freshman, and he's going to be a superstar football player. I tried like the devil to get him to come down. But they call him the Jet, if that tells you anything how fast he is. But one of Jonathan's sons. But anyway, we're going to miss him. There's going to be things that we're going to have to tighten our bootstraps up. Things that, I know, especially over here at the football field, things that. Game day stuff that we do, there's going to be some people going to have to assume some more roles because he too did take on a lot. Now, he'd have his J-Rock crew, his pile of youngers that would help him and do that, but he got it done, and that stuff we'll have to do next year. And if Coach Cruz does, he keeps saying it, and
he keeps saying it,
but we'll see if he does do it. But it's been a great career for him, and I don't know, he's been forever doing it, longer than Dr. Larcy, but I believe. But he's earned the retirement if he's got it. I'm sure Miss Joan wants him to settle down a little bit. I don't know if she'll be able to stand him at home all the time. She'll have him doing some stuff though, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
We're going to try to have some different personalities in the booth Saturday night to kind of send him off. We're trying to put some stuff together.
Well, I don't think you'll have more of a personality than what he is. So
that's true. He is a personality.
Good luck with that.
All right, Coach. Anything else you want to hit on before we go?
No. Well, I know it's a Saturday, and I know we got distractions with the college ball and stuff. But if you can make it over there, just cheer these guys on one more time. I'd appreciate it. they work hard, and they're going to go over there and try to win today for sure. And then they're going to get ready. Me and Coach Jones is already talking about the stuff in the weight room. You know, we come back. We'll be off the whole next week for Thanksgiving break. When we come back, you know, and we've already talking about Hammer. We got plans. You know, so I hope we can win this thing to be on a positive note. We guys come in a little bit light on their feet. So, you know, if y'all can make it over there, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we need a Road Warriors. Kickoff 6:30 over in Pearson Saturday night. Be sure and join us. We'll also have it live right here on CSN as well. Appreciate it, Coach. And we'll see you next week, I guess, for a wrap-up show.
Yeah. We'll
happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. You going to plug your shirt?
Sir?
You gonna plug your shirt?
Let me plug my shirt. Thank you, Coach. I'm hooking up Coach Murray with one of these. This is a fundraiser shirt I've created. It says, I watch my favorites on the Charlton Sports Network. XL and smaller is $10. 2XL and up go $2 increase each size up. And the proceeds are going to hopefully a new Canon XA25 camera. I talked to Creekbox. They have those high dollar cameras over there at Creekbox. And he was telling me about how I could improve my camera quality and everything with a bigger camera. And I asked him, well, what kind of camera are you running? And he said that's what he's running. So that's my goal with the T-shirts, is to get that camera.
Well, y'all help him out and buy one from him. He deserves it. He's done a great job, and he didn't ask me to say this. He didn't know I was going to say it, but how many years you been doing this?
I've been doing 10 years January.
10 years this January, and he's brought a lot of games. Were you like the first to do a playoff game in baseball? Were you the first one?
Yeah, we did
You know,
that.
he did that. He did, and that's why I think it was so terrible what happened to you at Irwin, because what kind of has happened, all the stuff you did before everybody got.
Yeah, we were doing it before anybody.
Everybody, and the stuff you did for not only Irwin, but not only us, but the whole GHSA, and they do you like that as something. But I hope you continue to be able to do it. Now, we appreciate what you do. And I get to see, because of you, I get to see my little girl twirl every Friday night. I don't get to see her out live, so I have to wait. That's one of the first things I do. After I take my shower, I go I pull you up and I look for the majorettes.
Hopefully you turn the volume down.
Well, y'all not talking. It's the band playing. So I watch her twirl. I get to see her twirl, and I appreciate you doing it. If you didn't have this service, I wouldn't be able to see it, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I know back 10 years ago, I had this idea around Christmas 10 years ago about covering these kids.
Yeah.
And this was before AJ was even in school, or even in middle school. This is way back. And I went to Richard Brown with the rec department. And I said, hey, do you mind if I cover these rec basketballers? And it just took off.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I was over there covering baseball playoffs. That was the first year.
Yeah, and I enjoy watching, our kids in the other sports play. If I can't make, the road games, you can't make a baseball game in the middle of the week or a basketball game in the middle of the week if you're trying to teach school and you're coaching other sports too, especially being the head of football. It's tough.
Right.
But I can watch them just like everybody else, and I appreciate it. Sure do.
I appreciate the sport, Coach, and appreciate y'all letting us do it.
Oh yeah.
I have a ball. Probably have too much fun, but I have a blast. But anyway, we'll see y'all Saturday night, kickoff 6:30 over in Pearson, Georgia versus the Rebels. You're watching the Coach Murray Show. Appreciate it. Have a great week, everybody.
Sportsman is locally owned by Fred and Rawling Coley, who have loyally served the people of Folkestone, Georgia, and surrounding counties for 17 years. Hunting and fishing supplies, as well as live bait, are our specialties. Join us on Saturday, October the 10th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to mix and mingle with vendors from the hunting industry and enjoy live music from Matt Knowles. Local, loyal, and laid back, Okefenokee Sportsman.
Folkestone Auto Supply, located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. They have everything you need, bumper to bumper, for domestic and foreign car parts. Big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, welding supplies, and so much more. They even have lawnmower parts, blades, and accessories. Stop by today and see the whole crew.
Big Sammy, Little Sammy, Miss Pam, Rocky, Stephen, Dave, and Miss Joe at Folkestone Auto Supply.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Tri-City Insurance is a proud sponsor of Maidens Softball and Indians Baseball. Give them a call today for all of your insurance needs at 912-496-0020.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network, Go Indians, and the Band of Pride.